Ever look at a newly finished outdoor living space, maybe online or even next door, and think, wow, that's impressive, but then, I don't know, something feels a bit off.
Oh, absolutely. Like it doesn't quite belong, right? It
Yeah,
feels kind of stuck on not really part of the home itself.
exactly. It's like it's missing that connection.
Well, that feeling often pops up when companies focus only on the elements, the the patio, the pergola, the fire pit,
Right.
instead of stepping back and thinking about how it all fits together, how it integrates with the house, the yard, and maybe most importantly, how you actually want to live out there.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's really the heart of what we're digging into today, drawing inspiration from The Art of Outdoor Living by VizX Design Studios.
Oh, physics. Yeah.
We're going to unpack their approach, which seems to be
Mhm.
all about creating spaces that feel like they genuinely grew out of the home.
What's really interesting about how VizX seems to do things,
Yeah.
from what we've seen, is that they start by trying to understand um, the soul of the home, maybe,
Yeah.
and the client's actual life.
Yeah.
It's quite different from just, showing you a catalog and saying, pick one of these. It flips that product first idea on its head.
We saw a great example of this in one of their projects. Okay, so the client basically asked for a simple paver patio, pretty standard request.
Okay.
But here's the key thing. The, the house had this amazing view overlooking a beautiful golf course, a huge asset.
Right. You wouldn't want to mess that up.
Exactly. But a typical design might just jump straight to adding standard features. Maybe a big covered area, some retaining walls.
And that's the risk, isn't it? Those bulky features, even if they're nice on their own,
Yeah.
could easily just block everything, kill the very view that makes the spot special.
Totally. But VizX, they went a completely different direction. Their whole focus was protecting those sight lines.
That's how they do it.
Well, they intentionally kept the design elements really low profile, close to the ground, almost like they disappear into the landscape.
Okay.
And the railings, they were kept minimal, pushed right out to the edges so your eye just goes straight past them to the view. Really smart.
That is clever. Keeping it open. So it wasn't just one big patio then.
No, and this is the other neat part. Even with that low design, they created 3 distinct zones, but they all flow together. There's a kitchen and dining spot, for easy entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Practical.
Then a cozier lounge area. And get this, it had a retractable fire feature. So you can have the fire when it's cool, but it disappears when you don't need it, keeping things open.
Oh, nice touch. Retractable.
Yeah. And the third zone was planting beds. But they weren't just an afterthought.
How so?
The plants were specifically chosen to soften all the hardscape, the pavers and walls, and actually frame that incredible view. Enhance it, not compete with it.
Okay, I see. So the plants become part of the composition, directing your eye. That's subtle, but makes a huge difference.
It really does. It just highlights how intentional their designs seem to be. Every little choice serves a purpose, building that connection with the surroundings.
Yeah, it's not just decoration. And I think they're even adding a swim spot later, something about a negative edge.
That's right, a negative edge waterfall, so the water spills over the side and visually merges the spa with the landscape beyond. It just keeps reinforcing that integration.
It really drives home their core idea, doesn't it? That phrase they use. It's not about building more, it's about building right.
Exactly. It's about understanding the little things and designing around them with intention. That focus on the details, the experience, that seems to be the essence of their art of outdoor living.
And for you listening, this is a really valuable way to think about it. If you want an outdoor space that feels truly part of your home, it's maybe less about just adding more features
Right.
and more about that thoughtful design. How does it fit your life? How does
Yeah.
it connect to your environment? That's what creates those outdoor experiences that, actually last.
So summing it up, the key takeaway from looking at VizX Design Studios' philosophy is really this. The true art of outdoor living is in understanding that connection between the house, the yard, your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Moving beyond just ticking boxes for features.
Yeah, looking past the obvious stuff and thinking about how it all flows together, how it feels, creating something really cohesive and, well, livable.
Which kind of leaves us with a question for you to think about for your own space.
Ooh, okay.
What are those subtle things? The little details, maybe an existing view you haven't maximized, or a natural feature of your yard.
Hmm.
What could you integrate more thoughtfully?
Right.
How could you build that stronger sense of connection so it genuinely feels like part of your home, part of your life? Maybe think beyond adding more things and just consider that underlying flow, that intention